Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to another exciting League 2 match. Accrington Stanley against Rochdale. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. I did look it up. I think it might be more like Rochdale, but that might just be the accent. Once again, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith not available for commentary today. Instead, I'll be commentating on the match, although I might be a little bit biased for the good old Accrington Stanley. Say good because I think they're good, and old because they do have some older players. As you can see, we're 5th on the table right now. Rochdale is choosing to start these players. I can talk very well, thank you. One of their players is named I'm done. I think that takes a lot of courage to admit that you're done before you even get started, but when you're playing against Accrington Stanley, you are done. Up front, Beattie and Weber, giving McCartan a little time to recollect himself. He wasn't his absolute best in the last match, so giving him just a little time on the bench to watch how it's done. Come back a better player. Certainly not that he's doing anything wrong, it's just not his best work in the last match, so I'm letting him get a little bit of a breather. Sorry about that swallowing if that got picked up on the mic. I know that's a big pet peeve for some people, but I had a lot of spit in my mouth, so there are only a few ways to get rid of it. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. Let's talk about the match. Wilson's playing it forward. Weber's got it. He's passing it to Beattie. Weber and Beattie, two lads trying to bring it forward. Doesn't quite come out. Apparently I'm supposed to talk about Reese Bennett, but I don't know much about him. I don't know his story. I don't know his life. I don't feel like I can make judgments on him based on where I am and where he is, you know? Just don't think that'd be I don't think that'd be beneficial for any of us. I am just letting them walk right by me, which I cannot do. Fortunately, the AI is kind enough to come to my aid. Miller's fighting for it, finally dispossessed, but he fights for it right back, and he gets it back, plays it off to Wilson. Wilson's trying to go around the outside around Vincetti. Vincetti's trying to muscle him out. Wilson's going to cut it back. Vincetti just sort of watches him. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. That's a way to live your life. Sure. Joyce bringing it into the box. Joyce tries to get it past whatever his name was. Couldn't quite do it. Henderson cuts to the outside and gets around him. Who did I say? Did I say Hunt? I don't think I said Hunt, but it was Hunt. I think I said Henderson. I was looking at the wrong name. Sorry, Hunt. Little's going to cross it across the field. Hatfield doesn't really go after it, but Hunt hunts it down. Joyce has it. Plays it to Beattie. Beattie has an opening. Beattie takes the opening, and it's in for a goal. Beattie, what are you going to do? You're going to do the robot. What a champion. What a champion and masterful performance of the robot. Just well done. Beattie does a nice job there. That was just very professionally done, you know? You see your opening. Well, first you have to get yourself to that opening. That doesn't happen by accident. You have to get yourself there. And once you do, you wait till you have that shot lined up and then you take it. You don't force it. It's just so well done. I'm so proud of him. Joyce is now coming up with a lot of room to run. Plays it off to Wilson. Vincetti gets a toe on it and manages to play it back to their keeper. They hoof it upfield. Or in my case, downfield. Weber has it. Tries to play it to Little. Doesn't quite pay off. But Little manages to track it down and cause some amount of disruption. Little is just chasing it from end to end. That's well done. Oh, but that's a bad pass. It's a very bad pass. Let's see if we can clear this out. Oh, it's out of the box. Let's see if we can keep it out. Oh, that's easily kept out. That turned out to be what we would call harmless. Make him run a little bit. Do a little bit of a side-to-side movement. Until you do a bad pass like that, in which case, well, as long as you can recover it, I guess that's okay. Play it across the Hunt. Here's Dunn. Dunn is not done. Dunn comes up with a nice dispossession, but we get it right back. We've had 62% of the possession so far. That sounds about right. Trying to play it forward, trying to play it through them, and Wilson, coming out of nowhere, passes it off to Joyce. Joyce tries to shoot it. That looked like a handball to me, but the referee doesn't say anything about it, and the game continues with us still leading, so I'm not going to complain too much. Beattie trying to make something happen. Oh, that was, if this weren't League 2, I would say that might go on SportsCenter's not top 10, but I don't think that this is going to quite make it through to that level of broadcast. So we'll just say on the local channels here, when they show why Rochdale lost, they'll show that. A lack of team understanding. See, that's what it's really all about. You gotta have teamwork. It's a cliche, it's a terrible rhyming cliche, but teamwork makes the dream work. And it's so true. I just love that goal by Beattie. Watch that all day. They're making a substitution, looks like, to start the second half. He's just sort of dancing around, having a good time. Lund is coming off, and they're going for another 4-letter last named player in Harry. Harry, not spelled at all how you would expect. There are 2 ways that you would probably expect that to be spelled, and it's neither of them. It is, in fact, the 4-letter variety with the E. Who would have thought? Not me. Weber's trying to play it through, but it doesn't quite work. Little just says no sir and shuts that down. I'm very proud of him for that, I think would be the best way to put it. Very proud. And let's see. Let's get this ball back and back headed in the right direction. They want it too. Let's see. We're on balance. That's a good place to be right now, so let's keep it at that. We don't want to slack off too much. We still do have this whole half left to play. But we also don't want, hello, referee, that guy was all over me. I'm going to shoot it. And still get the corner. But we've got to keep pushing. If you stop pushing, you die. It's a simple fact of the matter. Maybe not, actual literal death, but it's not going to be good. Just notice there's no game sound at all. It's not typical. Usually there's a little bit of ambient noise. So for the next match, I'm going to see what's up with that. But just imagine that so far there have been various exciting noises going on in the background. If you like, you could use a laser blast sound. Pew pew, pew pew pew. Especially during that goal earlier. And here it would just be thunderous roaring applause followed by various and sundry groans of disappointment that everyone's dreams did not come true. Oh yeah. Oh heck yeah. That was some bold and vicious play that just shows true heart for team. Weber's got it set up, but he overshoots it, overcommits. It's rough. That's the way it goes sometimes, but it's rough. Henderson taking his sweet time as he gets off the field to let on S. Hogan, Shulk Hogan. Hulk's lesser known relative. I was about to break out my Hulk Hogan impersonation, but then I thought better of it because Weber was already distracted enough, and I'm afraid he would have been injured if I had broken it out. So I thought better of it, and I restrained myself. Who do I want going after this? Let's have Joyce going after this. No, let's have Aldred watch it go out. That's just fine. That was maybe a bad choice. Clear that away. I don't want to talk about Reece Bennett. I don't know this man. Video game, you're asking me to make judgments on a person that until the start of this match, I did not know his name. I didn't know he was even a person, and now you're asking me to say, "Oh, well, let me say things about this person." I don't think so. I don't know if he's, a detriment to society or a benefit. These are things I just don't know. That was a benefit to society if ever I've seen one, and now Miller's coming off. Miller is coming off, and he wants to pass it off to Joyce. Joyce is tired, but he's going to dig deep and see what he can come up with as he's pushing forward. He's getting knocked around a little bit. He's going to try and cross it in. Not quite. Oh, but that was exciting. That was thrilling. Beatty is a bit banged up. And then just that happened. Thanks, ref. Just trying to hold on to it until the final whistle blows, which should be any second now. Really, any second now. I mean, if you really think about it, it should be any second now. And any second now, the final whistle... Is that it? No? Okay. Yeah, the sound's completely off. I can't even hear the whistles. So I'm just... There it is. Good job. Just let him kick it out. This game. But Beatty with the brilliant clinical goal, really. I think that's the only way to put it. Followed by the robot afterwards. It's a great way to celebrate a great goal, leading up to another great 1-0 victory for Accrington Stanley. Not our tradition of doing it in the final 10 minutes, but hey, maybe it's time to start a new tradition. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you in the next match.